I just hate it. So I was wondering, like, how do they get in? And the answer is there was actually a fire in the chimney. It caused a fire. Living in my cottage for 1 month, I'm busy turning my house from ugly duckling to swan. Thank you for being here and joining my journey to make this a beautiful home for my dog Vicky and me, Thomas. My language course starts tomorrow, and I just bought a bicycle for it because I wanted to combine the practical with the healthy. Just for now, I can't use it because of the snowfall. We had a melting period before, and there are a few patches of ice left on the roads or sidewalks, bicycle lanes, whatever, and now it's covered under snow. So that is a no for the bicycle. And the bicycle comes without any lights. So I bought them, ta-da, for the front and for the back. Here you have this spring thingy. In my teenage years and as a young adult, not having a car, that's how I went grocery shopping. So I grabbed a cardboard box at the grocery store, put my groceries in there, and then you go. It has 3 gears only. Well, that's totally fine with me. I live in an area where it's quite flat. One handbrake and a bell. I also bought this repair kit that has like a small air pump in here and some tools, and then this is the repair kit itself. Because it will happen sooner or later. Oh, and I didn't see it even comes, because here it shows how you can attach the bag, and I thought, what bag? It has a bag in the back. Wow, amazing. I mean, I won't leave it on the bicycle, but it's nice to have a spot where you can put it away. So here's the light kit. So let's get this open. Ta-da, that was easy, love it. And it should be battery run. So let me figure out how to put the batteries in there. How do we open this? Nice, eh? Love it. I need to get ready for school for the language course, and here is what I will bring: a college block and some sort of a pencil case. I have seen those in Europe pretty much everywhere, but I never found one in Canada. Let me know if you have those in Canada and the US. I will be checking the comments, so fire away. Um, a few days ago, I was in a store and I saw a birdhouse there, like a feeding house. I don't even know what it's called because I never had one. What is it called? A bird feeder? Yeah, okay, so it's a bird feeder, but it's in the shape of a house. It looks really cute. I thought that I'll put the bird feeder into this tree, and then Vicky has something to watch. All right, let's go shopping. So here we are. Let's go shopping. I was hopeful that by the next morning, all birds of the town came to my bird feeder, but I got disappointed. Anyway, it's time to actually work on the house. Let's see what needs to be done. Here you see the cabinets in the bathroom that came with the house. They are outdated, they are ugly, and they are just old. I mean, I don't mean it in any negative way, but let's just take a look at it. You can see that the surface of the mirror here has come off. When we look inside, it's just not nice anymore. Looks like holes have been drilled in here. And I was really hesitant to clean it because I thought I should get new ones regardless. So there is paint or this whatever surface this is that came off, and yeah, I just want to have new ones. The same here with the cabinet on the bottom, where you can see already that there is paint coming off. The surface here is chipped. Looks actually like, I don't know, maybe water damage as well. You can see it here, right? It sticks out compared to the back here. Yeah. So it becomes visible now in what condition this is. So yeah, let's get rid of it. So here's the back side of the cabinet, and I don't know what this is, and I don't want to know. I think it is rust from those nails that were driven into it, so it's just rust. But yeah, it has seen its best days, and it's definitely good that I'm gonna replace it. Next, under the sink, I will clean the wall and also the floor. Let's take a quick look at the work being done. I took off the medicine cabinet and cleaned that wall, and I put away that cabinet under the sink and cleaned the wall. There's some discoloring there, but that's not really dirt. That's like paint that came off, but it'll be hidden behind the cabinet that I put there. And then I cleaned the siphon here, so that's clean as well. Speaking of recycling, like this medicine cabinet, it's now on the wrong side, but there are these rails in here where the windows ran, and they're made of plastic. Let's see. Ah, perfect. I just figured I'd take off those, I don't know, hinges, because then it's all wood or plywood or, you know, whatever it is. And then I figured I also take out these metal pins where the board was sitting on top, because you never know, right? This is something that can be reused another time. One day I'll need them. So I put them away now, and then in 40 years I might use them. I decided to keep the hinges as well. You never know. You never know. It's one of these moments. Now imagine 3 years from now I need them, and this channel is still going, and you watched me doing it today. And then in 3 years I will show you, oh, I kept them back in the day when I worked on the bathroom for the first time. And then you will remember, like, oh my God, I saw that. I was there, like, live in that moment when it happened. And I'm pretty sure it will happen. All the parts of the hinges and the screws I put in a Ziploc because, well, then I've got all of it together because the screws fit so well to the parts. I'm going to IKEA and probably a hardware store, depending on where I find a good deal, to get new cabinets for the bathroom. The IKEA is not right where I live, so it's I have to drive a little. And so I reached out to my neighbor asking if they need anything from IKEA or from a hardware store, because I was just thinking they might not be able to go there on a regular basis. And yeah, they replied and said, oh yeah, we have one thing, could you please bring it? And so that's what I'm gonna do next. And it's 12:15, shortly after noon. I guess I start with the IKEA restaurant. I didn't put anything in the shopping cart before I went to the restaurant. So I just asked an elephant to help me out to secure my cart. And he was pretty happy to be of help. Everybody's just so nice at IKEA. On an earlier video, somebody from Sweden commented that I should get frozen kanelbulle, cinnamon rolls. So when I have a visitor showing up, I can just throw them in the oven. The kanelbulle, not the visitor. The good news is I got everything. Bad news is I hate shopping. I just hate it. I love grocery shopping. Everything else, like the worst, is clothes shopping and shoes. Oh my God. I needed a pair of jeans a little while ago, and I went to the fitting room. Well, it was whatever store. Went to the fitting room, they fit. I took 3 pair just so that I don't have to go there again anytime soon. I hate shopping. Except for groceries. I had a really nice idea. I have a candle outside by the entrance already, but I thought it would look amazing if I put a second candle behind the window of the attic. It would then look as if there was a second floor, but I need a ladder to go up there, and the candle unattended in the attic, that of course is a no-no. So I bought an electric light that looks like a candle. It comes with a timer function. You could turn the light on and off yourself, but instead you can have the switch on the timer function. And from then on, it will run for 6 hours and then turn off for 18 hours. And then it repeats automatically. So I wouldn't have to go up there and turn it on and off myself until the batteries are dead. Hence, I put a fresh set of batteries in it, so they last as long as possible. In about half an hour, I have a visitor coming. It's not my neighbor, it's someone else. I might tell you about it later, but for now, I have to vacuum the place, and I opened the windows to bring some fresh air in. There's something that I noticed that I haven't really mentioned yet. When it's just around the freezing point, outside, or let's say the melting point outside, out of a sudden I have mosquitoes in my place and flies. And so I was wondering, like, how do they get in? And the answer is through the window frames. I show you. Let me just turn around the camera. So you see the window is open now, and when I close the window, there is a bit of a gap here, and that's where I saw them coming through. And when I open the window, I can see, let me just attach it here so that the wind doesn't blow it off and then it breaks. So you can see it's pretty dirty here. For example, this, I'm not sure, but this could be from spiders, and there could be little baby spiders in there. I'm not too sure, it could be something else, but I really want to clean these gaps between the window. There we go. Between the frame and the window. I really want to clean it, and I will simply vacuum it. The reason why I haven't done it yet is very simple. This is my vacuum cleaner, and of course you can remove that top part. Actually, you can also disconnect it here. I guess I don't have to explain you how a vacuum works, but if I go to the spots with this thing, there's not too much suction power, but there is this thing you can put on top. Sorry, just here it is. And I can turn it so it's either this hard plastic, or you can open it, and then now it's the brush. And I misplaced it. It was actually in my car. I took it with me, like, separately when I went to my old place that I had rented to clean it, which you saw in the last video, and I couldn't find it because I left it in my car. Just this tip. So I think I did a pretty good job on this window. However, if you look closer, you can still see that there are spider webs there, and they are in between the window. So here in Sweden, in these old houses, they have a single pane window. You can guess it here when you look at the frame. There's one frame here and a second frame behind it. So in winter, there's just a second window pane that you are adding to your window. I might be able to show you in another video how that works. It's just not the right temperatures now to take off that second layer. So in between, there's obviously something going on, and yeah. I'm so excited. The chimney sweeper was just here. Let me just attach it quickly. And it turns out, so it wasn't really the chimney sweeper. There are two people. There was an inspector today, and the inspector comes every 3 years, and the chimney sweeper comes every year. So if you are from Sweden, you already knew, but I didn't. So, okay. I have to clean up. There's a lot of... Hey, the chimney sweeper was here, and I'm really excited. I was really excited. And then I recorded everything with my one camera / cell phone, and it didn't work. Now I'm trying the other one. And now I lost my drive a little, my excitement. But anyway, I'm still excited. So he came with 2 good news, 1 bad news, and 1 exciting news. So let's start with the exciting one. Let's start with that. Let me turn the camera, and then we go from there. In an earlier video, I showed you the floor plan of my cottage. And this part here is the addition, and over there is the original cabin, and that's where my 3 fireplaces are. Let's start with the exciting thing. When you look at it, he said he's not 100% sure, but it looks like the cabin originally was smaller. It was actually only the left part, and then later on, this part was an extension. He says, from the look of it, like that chimney is about 200 years old. Well, according to my paperwork, the whole place was built in 1928, 29, around, but maybe that was just the time when the extension was added, or the addition. So yeah, I mean, I'm not 100% sure. I asked him if there's a place where I can learn more about it, like an archive in town, and he said I should start with a library and then go from there. So that was the good news, sorry, or the exciting news. So now, like I said, two good news, one bad news. Let's start with the bad news. He says I can't use this one. Let me take off the camera from the tripod and move you around here. So obviously, this stove was put in later. There was actually a fire in the chimney. It caused a fire. He could see it at a different access point, that there is like burnt material there. So he says this is not safe to use. Like this setup, the combination of this stove with fireplace. I guess you would say stove, right? With that old fireplace. Also, now I take the camera off the tripod again. This was added later. It was pushed in and it was forced in, and so the wall was damaged, and you can see it here as well. And he said, well, that's not okay. So this is the one bad news, but the good news is that I can use the other two. He told me that I can use that one. No problem. It's old, but it's okay. It needs some work. I have to get somebody to take a look at it, but I can use it. It's safe to use now, no problem. And then the other one, I can use this one as well. However, I need to put something on the floor, like material that cannot burn, because if burning wood falls out of the opening there, it could, well, put the floor on fire. So I have to find something. I mean, metal would be cool, but then it would have to be cut because it would have to be round. So, well, I have to look up what options I have. I received a call from my awesome neighbor that they found this metal plate thingy to put in front of my tile stove. So let's see if it fits. Ha! Perfect. So this has been up for nearly a week now with zero success. If you have an idea for me, if I'm doing something wrong, or if it just takes time, please leave a comment.